Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about cloud computing. You may have heard of people talking about the cloud, such as cloud computing or cloud storage, but you probably weren't sure exactly what it was. Well, the term cloud computing refers to the data and applications being stored and run on the cloud, rather than being stored and run on your local computer or any equipment that you own. Then this data and the application which are on the cloud are accessed through the internet, so the workload is no longer on your computer or any equipment that you own. It is on the cloud. So what is the cloud? To put it simple, the cloud is just a big building that's filled with computers. To be specific, it is a big building filled with servers, and the servers are just computers that provide services on behalf of a client. Now these buildings are very large and well, they have to be, because when you took a look inside, it's a giant data center that contains servers as far as the eye can see, and these servers perform numerous tasks such as running applications, storing data, data processing, web hosting, and so on. And they also all network together and they can be accessed on the internet. So what is the purpose of a cloud? Well, the companies that own these clouds are called cloud providers, and their purpose is to sell their computers as a service. Now, a service is just something that you pay someone to do for you rather than doing the job yourself. So if a person or a company wanted to hire another company to do part or all of their computing workload, they would outsource it to a third party. In other words, they would use cloud computing. So another question is, why would an individual or a company use cloud computing? Well, as a major reason is cost. With cloud computing, a person or a company eliminates a lot of expenses of buying their own hardware and software, along with the building, maintenance, and electricity it takes to run their own data center. So it would be more cost efficient to use a cloud instead. Second, another reason is reliability, because when you hire a cloud provider, he is responsible for all of the data backup and disaster recovery, and if one of its data center goes down, they will also have several redundant seats as a backup, which will ensure that there is no downtime. Another reason is scalability. Cloud provider will offer pay-as-you-go method, where you can pay for only what you need. So whether you need to rent a few computers or a lot, it doesn't matter. So if you want to rent a small amount of computers to start out, you can do that. But as your business expands, you have the option of instantly renting more computers to suit your needs. And if you don't need to rent as many computers, you can instantly scale back to rent only few. So who are the cloud provider today? The major cloud providers today are Amazon Web Service or AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Alibaba, and IBM, with Amazon Web Service being the biggest of them all, taking about a third of a cloud market share. In fact, one of AWS as a big customer is Netflix. Netflix uses an Amazon Web Service for nearly all of his computer and storage needs, including database, analytic, video transcoding, and so on. Now there are three different types of cloud computing. There is infrastructure as a service or EIIS, platform as a service or PaaS, software as a service or SaaS. And these three vary in control and flexibility, so it's up to the user to decide what suits their needs. So the first type is infrastructure as a service. This type is basically where you are going to let the cloud provider manage a portion of your business, which is going to be the hardware. The cloud provider will manage the service, storage, virtualization, and the network compression. You, on the other hand, will still have control over the software portion, such as the applications, data operation system, middleware, and runtime. Some example of infrastructure as a service that the common person would pay online data backup service such as iDrive and Carbonite that provide cloud storage. The second one is platform as a service or PaaS. PaaS, like EIIS, allows the cloud provider to manage a portion of your business, but the cloud provider has more control. In PaaS, the cloud provider only manages the hardware such as server, storage, and networking, but it also manages the operating system, middleware, and runtime. You, on the other hand, will be responsible only for the applications and the data. Finally, the third one, which is software as a service, is SaaS. This is probably the most common cloud service by far. In this type, all the applications are hosted by the cloud provider. There is no software to install on your computer and no hardware to manage. You just simply access and run the application from your computer when you connect to the cloud service through the internet. So the cloud provider manages all the hardware and software, networking, operating system, and storage. At the end, cloud computer is very important in business world as it allows organization to scale, maintain flexibility, and focus their effort on business operations. Thank you for listening. بس ما تبوش.